Okay, so part two, it depends how I cut it, flip it. So then okay, we got about the pineal gland, right? And the system. Yeah, I know now about a little bit of moon history, right? Okay, so then it led me to ask questions like, what about the theory of us picking our roles here before we come? Why choose a dreadful life of suffering? What does that teach us? And why do we even need to feel that? Right? So I'm always two-sided. I believe that you need to feel it. And plus with the duality and everything, the yin yang, like you need to feel. I'm gonna put it in simple terms. You need to feel love to know what hate is, I guess. So that's duality. So it's like you need to feel that, like to feel what you wanted. You want to come here to this life. You want to come here. Yeah, you're gonna pick your role, but you're gonna learn the lessons on how to get there. Like you're gonna earn it. You're gonna start from scratch. And in order for you to feel what you want to feel, because remember, we coming back and we don't really remember. We don't remember what our contract was. So that's a little thing on why it's like with why even do that. So then that goes into the whole, like it's a trap type of stuff, right? That's the whole mindset. So after that, like little thinking, like what the hell, and it reminded me of Mario Kart. When you die in the game, you start over. The actual game, new body, new mind, the actual figure doesn't have recollection of what it's been through because it hasn't been through it yet. But you get the gamer soul does, right? Like this is my concept on why we don't remember, like when we grow up and stuff like that. And it's probably just a figment in your mind. Like it's not that the moon is reincarnating and they're not letting you remember, but this is because this is a part of why you don't remember. So it's not physical. Some type of conspiracy will have you crazy and be like, oh, they're not letting me. No. Okay, so hear me out, right? Okay, so the gamer, like the soul, does like remember and has memories and stuff like that. Remember, the soul and the avatar, two different totally things. The avatar don't know, the soul does. So and this is in a game, okay, so but you have to go through the same courses and hopefully go further where you failed, like where you pass, and so now you're gonna start over. So the avatar does not know because it's no, like it's a new avatar, like, and now I'm gonna flip it, I'm gonna mesh it in with actual us, right? Once we pass, we don't come into the same fucking body, our body gets tossed or whatever, and then we have a new body, right? Our body is new. Our body doesn't know nothing. It's from scratch, okay? Like a robot computer, you're teaching is from scratch. So our soul, when we come here, it does know. Yeah, we reincarnated, we know this and that. This is a 3D, so it's slow. So by the time it's like contradicting too, because your soul knows and that's where the feelings and your movement and everything, like it wants to call out, but it doesn't have the senses to say anything. And your avatar is a whole different system that you need to learn how to work as a soul, and so when you're little, your baby, so much traumatic thing happens. They say this shit that so much traumatic shit happens that you forget stuff. Like that's just what happens. You close off stuff and stuff. So like imagine, like by the time you already done forgotten what you're here for, right? So whatever. So that's why the way to get to it is you're gonna have to learn the duality of it. You're gonna want to learn love. You want to love so hard in this lifetime. You picked love hard in this lifetime, but your role was you have to go through so much. You had to at some point feel hate and had gotten out of it and feel, so you could, in order for you to ever feel love. And if you got that and you got out of the hate, whatever thing, you got to your accomplishment and the contract. But some people stay stuck and they're like, why me, and then they like keep on with the energy. And so whatever energy they're in, that they're not getting it, so they have to reincarnate to learn the lesson. So whatever. So then, but there's like, bro, I forget. So how the advance? But okay, so now let's get to the next part, right? It says so the soul is the driver. The soul is driving you, but the body, the physical, the avatar is gonna go where the soul goes. But sometimes it starts to think like it's taking charge, or you're letting it because you think this is your forefront and this is just your armor to move around here, But you gotta remember that, right? So, but we forget everything before we can even speak. What if we're not supposed to do the same course, but learn to master one or complete one, or whatever the case is that needs to be? And so you don't need the memories. Like you don't need those memories, because you should choose right before wrong, love before pain, love before hate. but before pain. Okay, so like it's basically saying like that's the lesson that you had to learn. Like you going the wrong course and you didn't learn your lesson, and you're reincarnating to learn the lesson because you're choosing your contract to come. So like, hey, you're choosing to come back to learn the lesson, and then you forget for whatever reason. One, because there is doctrine. Yeah, I know what I mean, right? From the get-go, like, are the systems and stuff like that. So yeah, even though you forget, you should still be choosing the right thing, and that's building strength in your soul, because your soul remembers. So it's like building strength to like move your body, to be in control of the body, to learn the of doing right, of doing better, because some people just choose so wrong. But of choosing better, right? What if that is the cycle? You don't remember because you have to keep starting at level 1 like new to get it right. But if it's a trap because the ruler just needs you here, then the concept is debunked, because it's no longer about lessons learned, but simply a system to be kept. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the whole thing is how in the beginning that I was saying that they feed you a story to keep you in here and this and that. So this is where the rabbit hole gets interesting. This is when it was like, whoa, okay. This is probably why they did it. So to keep you here, that was the whole plan, to keep you here, to feed you a good story, to keep you here. They want to keep us in here because there's people that already rule this earth right now. Let's get into the dark side. They rule this earth, and this earth is not, they just want slaves. They just want people to work. They just want people to do their job. They just want to feed on us, right? So they need us to keep coming back, so they can feed us everything. Shit, I worked in a law firm. Like, I know when they feed you shit, they can feed you shit. So they want you back in here and telling you a good story, this and that, and that's all bullshit, because like you're in the loop, that your soul is trapped there, and you're gonna be put in here whenever we put in here, because the whole gist of it is that there's no lessons to be learned. There's like no reason for you to be coming back here, because your planet has been hijacked. Yeah, so like you're for us, okay? Like, just pick any contract that you want, any life that you want. Yeah, but you're still gonna ride on all our rules, whatever, right? So that's the system, right? They want to keep trapping to keep this world alive. Why? So we could keep doing their bidding, because they got they can't go nowhere, because this is theirs. This is where they reside in. So like they want to have fun, and they go, okay, so let me read this. It says, the ruler in this realm needs the souls to function the bodies to keep this realm alive, because they are trapped here. So the boredom, the necessities, the feel of the power to keep us programmed to go towards the light in order to keep this realm alive.